Welcome. Blank is the end. Blank is the beginning. This is the rune of total trust and should be taken as an exciting evidence of your most immediate contact with your own true destiny, which time and time again rises from the ashes like a phoenix. The ashes of what we call fate. The blank rune can portend a death, but that death is usually symbolic and may relate to any part of your life as you're living it now. Relinquishing control is the ultimate challenge of the spiritual warrior. Here, the unknowable informs you that it is in motion in your life. In that blankness is held undiluted potential. Sounding familiar? At the same time, both pregnant and empty, it comprehends the totality of being. All that is to be actualized. And if indeed there are matters hidden by the gods, you need only remember what beckons is the creative power of the unknown. Drawing the blank rune calls for the absolute, unrelenting, unfearing dive into the abyss with absolute faith. Runes, my very first divination system. This happens to be the exact book, actually, like 40 something years old. Now, it used to be bright blue. It's no longer bright blue, as you can tell. And man, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of readings. And this really woke me up. And that rune is the thing that's different about this system. It was brought out by a guy named Ralph Blum back in the 80s, and up until this point, all of the rune systems kind of faded out. It really wasn't an area top of mind for a lot of people, and he put this system out, super easy readings for it. And the thing I like the most about it is he added a 25th rune. The other sets were 16s and 24s, and he added a 25th rune, which is the blank rune. It's kind of like the universe card in the tarot deck. Yeah, let me say hi to everybody. Welcome to another weekly soul spa and Being the Light. I'm very happy to have you guys with us. Let me say hi, Sherry. What's up? Me and my shadow. What's up, girl? Sherry. Tom, my brother, we had a good session yesterday, man. We did an amazing sound bath and chakra raise, and it was super good. Evelyn, thank you very much. You're awesome. We're gonna have really fun. Yeah, let's see. Carol, yeah, what's up? Mandy, how you doing? Oh, my good friend Arnie Layton, man. Dude, Arnie's a spiritual warrior, like for real. Happy to have all of you here. I'm really glad you joined us this evening. We got a super cool show. Before I dive into that, I just want to thank my sponsors. That's not it. Let me try one more time. You know, it was the most intense, crazy Mercury retrograde ever. And I have just been getting bombarded on every single level, man. Yeah. So this is yet another example. All right, here, we're going to try this one more time. No, that's not it. All right, three times the charm. You're right there. I hit add. I hit share screen. I hit window. All right, there we go. Thank goodness. All right, as always, I can't extol his virtues enough. My friend Ernie Mosteller up at Fried Okra Entertainment, just wonderful documentaries, commercials, corporate films, super cool photography. Just came back from Bike Week down to Daytona. I'm hoping they'll send me a set and get to show you guys. But he's been a staunch supporter of the show and the mission of just kind of getting it out there. And if you get a chance, go check out his stuff. Leave him a comment or two. Tell him he rocks. My other angel is here in Sebring, Audrey Asciutto. And this is Audrey's place, her little bed and breakfast right on the circle in Sebring. Really super cool little place. She's an amazing person. Also the real estate person to see here if you're looking for stuff. So thanks to both of you. Love you very much. I can't tell you how much I appreciate your support. Yeah. All right. I'm excited tonight, man. I get to talk about one of my favorite things, light painting. And got some cool tutorials set up for you. I'm hoping to dangle the carrot and get you excited and have you out there expressing yourself with light energy and whatever color you feel at the moment. We'll talk about that. I got a bunch of samples and stuff to show you. I could probably do a 3 or 4 hour show on this. But before we get into that, next week on Being the Light, I'm really honored to have the Queen of Sacred Spiral, Kelly Brickle, will be on with us. One of my favorite people to talk numbers with. You know, the universe was created with numbers, letters, and sound. And next week we're going to prove that and discover how you can use the numbers in your name to create music. Like your name has a really specific, those letters are notes, which are a musical sequence, which is super cool. And we're gonna, I'm gonna stick it out there, man. And we're gonna try to do some live music and let you see how it's actually created. And yeah, so we'll make music out of the name next week. That'll be really awesome. My friend Jennifer Rose had an amazing show on Embracing Infinity this past Friday. She had a composer on. Can't remember his last name. Jennifer, if you're out there, or anybody that saw it that remembers, if you could help me out here, I'd really appreciate this. But he's a physical medium and has really intense medium skills, but he's also like a really high-end composer, symphonic composer, done stuff with the BBC and a bunch of stuff like that. I found it infinitely interesting, and it was really super cool. You know, it's like every single piece of creative, whether it's a song or whether it's the painting, whatever, if I'm making it, like I try to let go of me and draw inspiration from my muses and the source, and whatever seems really appropriate at the time. And one of the super cool things, like he channels Beethoven and he channels Mozart. I believe he does too, in like a really huge way. So I just found that super interesting. Oh, thank you, Arnie. His name is Jamie Wilkins. Yeah, anybody that's not familiar with this guy, man, go check him out. He's really a bright star. I'm going to try to see if I can get him to maybe share some space with me too. I would love to talk music with that guy for a few minutes. Super cool. Jennifer McCormick, welcome. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Okay. So the other cool thing about Jennifer Rose, who is like, to me, like she's incarnate sunshine. The more I get to know her, the brighter she gets. It's really super cool. And she is going to be doing a new show coming up right after us. I think at 9 o'clock. Correct me if I'm mistaken here, Kelly. It is Mercury retrograde, and I've pretty much screwed up everything for the last couple of days. So, but she's coming on with her new show, The Love Show. And it should be really cool. I'm super excited about it. I know you guys will stick around for it. She's going to be amazing, and that's happening tonight at the after this show. Let me see any other announcements. No, all good. All right, so I want to get into some light painting now. I got into light painting about 7 or 8 years ago, and here, let me bring these up. And I was just cruising through some stuff. I was really big into macro photography at the time, and I was cruising through some stuff, and I found this picture, and I was like, "Oh my God, what is this?" And I've been seeing a guy that I'm going to talk to you about in a minute, named Jason Page. He has a company called Light Painting Brushes and Tips, and he did this video blog for a long, long time, man, where he just went to different places all over and did light paintings. And I was like, "What is this whole light painting thing?" And he's a super cool guy, man. He was doing tutorials with them, and I learned so much from him watching his stuff at the beginning, and I got really interested in it, but I didn't have the impetus to get all the tools together and like, oh, okay. But then I saw this image, and it turns out that this is done by a really amazing visionary artist out of Helsinki named Jan Parvanian. And I don't know, it's like sometimes images hit you. The fact that this whole room was lit up and this mirror thing and the lines. What is this with the lines? How long did that take to do? Every single one of those lines is a little light drawn across. I'm just like, oh my God, that is just beyond. So that really inspired me to get going. And I am really delighted. Next week, I'm having Kelly on. The week after that, we're doing a chakra show. And the week after that, I'm having Jan on, and we're going to talk about light painting. And hopefully, you guys may have tried some stuff from being inspired tonight. And yeah, I'm trying to figure out what we can do live, like make a live light painting between Helsinki and me here. So we'll see what happens with that. But I after I got like the bug for this, I started doing a bunch of research into who else was doing stuff, and I found this guy. It's a guy named Dennis Culvert. Here, hold on. Bigger. There we go. And I'm like, what? He's on fire. And what this is a little light tube, and it's just the way he like works it. And oh man, that got me inspired. And he does a bunch of really, really nice stuff. Like, what? It's just so mystic. Like that's energy. That's the way blue energy looks. Certain kinds of it. And I was just like, no way. And that's what really got me hooked is the fact that like it takes on being able to kind of recreate some of the energetic effects that happen in the world. And um, I found this guy too. His name's Patrick Groshon. Beautiful, like breathtaking, right? And this is done with a plexiglass little paddle that's on the end of the thing, and he like waves it all over. It's just like the most freeing, like release ever. And he did a bunch of these. I mean, it's just what it's not representational, but it's like the intensity of uh, the reaction to those colors and blending and the movement that's happening in those really crazy. And as I did some research into Patrick, he put out a manifesto that is really really great. And his whole gig is like it's energy to him too, and he's really immersing himself in the energy world. So super inspiring. You can also paint with fire. Yeah, that's a trippy experience. There's also like a technique with putting steel wool in a like a wire whisk, stuffing it, and then setting the steel wool on fire and having it at the end and spinning it. But you can set yourself on fire pretty good like that. I've done that. All right, so yeah, let me talk about some tools. So what you need: flashlight, and I've got an arsenal these days. Starting, by the way, that first picture that I showed you with the guy with the lines on him, it was done with this. And you press on either side and it lights it, right? So there's no switch. So it's very much like a paintbrush, and where you put pressure and make lines. And that's why those lines look so cool. And it's really super tiny and small. So you can write like most of the stuff I did with the that I'm working on with the new Just Be deck. Those words, most of those I drew with this. This really works super great. And then you bump up, get little dollar store lights. My gig is when I started painting hard. It was COVID, man, and there was no cash, there was no like getting around, there was no nothing. So I just took a lot of stuff that like I raid garbage, the stuff people put out, man. I got this amazing LED strip that I've used for a bunch of stuff. I got some stuff I'll show you with that too. So and then I use this a lot. This big one, and one of the things you want to get, you want to be able to like do the flashy thing. The flashy thing is what lets you do the Tammy Joe, good to see you. Really proud of you, man. Like, keep up the good work. You're doing an amazing job. So kudos. um, and then this is my favorite one. For a couple of reasons. And this is just an ever ready thing. You can get it at any Home Depot. I think it was like 20, 25 bucks. It was not that expensive. It has a high, it has a medium, and then it has a flashy thing. And that's pretty much what you need. And then I went to the hardware, the plumbing section of Home Depot, and I got this little thing. It's like a connector that's part of sink plumbing, and it just so happened that it fit that perfectly. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And okay, this is my favorite tool, the black fiber optics brush. Yeah. And you can hold it in a little ball like that and write words and then spread it out and make these big like ribbons of color. Like, yeah, really super cool. All right, so that's a really good size, and it lets you be able to use those. By the way, you can get those. I'm going to show you a link for that in a minute. You can get those at Light Painting and Brushes site, and it's super cool. All right, now the other thing that just happened to work out in an amazing way is you can get like the tubes that other people color and stuff, kind of expensive. I'm like, oh man, what if I hate that color? So I decided I wanted to make my own. And man, Home Depot is a light painter's nirvana. And I found these clear tubes, and they come in 4-foot long tubes. And what they are fluorescent light protectors. And you can cut them into any length you want. And then what happens is that you're doing all kinds of shapes with that, and everywhere that goes is like, that's a thickness of light. Beautiful, right? And this particular one, you can put all kinds of stuff in them. Oh, and I sand them sometimes. This is an example of one that's I hadn't cut. And when you sand it, it kind of makes it opaque a little bit and makes it glow really cool. You can use all kinds of stuff like wrapping paper, holographic wrapping paper. Those super cheap. You can go to the dollar store is another place to raid, man, in a huge way. Like foils, like every one of those little highlights, like if you're doing a circle, they wind up being like at the top of the page on this page. That's a piece of holographic paper in one of those long tubes. Yeah, this is one of my favorite ones. You get the rainbows, and this is one of the little plexiglass things. Like, I've painted on it. I've taken chalk and made stuff, removable marker. I like that. You get this this little cheap stuff at the dollar store for a whole roll for $1 and play with it and overlap stuff and mix colors and make colors, and it's just super cool. All right, let me get everything turned off here. All right, so let me show you a few things. So this is my girl Fiona. And that circle back behind her is exactly what I was just talking about right now. Same thing, just a really short tube, and just making the swirls and the swishes with it. Made it kind of look like hair. I love that. The LED strip thing I was telling you about, I just stood back and took that thing and, well, first of all, I wrapped it in some of those little colored foil things, and it's about 20 feet long, and I just put little sections of that along the way, and they mix together in this really great way. There's that green and that wonderful orange and that bright blue and that scarlet. Like it really wound up being really cool. And I just took it and swirled it over my head and kind of moved it around a little bit. You get all kinds of really crazy stuff with it. And this one should be a Lynn Juno piece. which Lynn Juno is going to be on the show with me on the 6th of April and talking about Oracle systems. I'm super, super stoked. Yeah, I'm talking away here. Let me not miss anybody. Rose, good to see you. Jennifer. That, yeah, the love girl. I can't wait to see your show, kid. And those pictures you sent me today, wow, amazing. So these are really great. You know, doing the specific stuff like the wings and the constructs and things, really amazingly cool. But one of the things that really gets me going is just to load up some cool colors and just let go. And depending on, like if you connect to your emotional state of mind and just let go and say, like, show me, you will be amazed, astounded, and surprised at the end of that. And Kim Princess, this is all over you, man. Like, I would imagine you would be an amazing, amazing light artist. That illustration you sent me, or that drawing that you sent me, that was just stream of consciousness. Man, you could make some of the most amazing tube colors ever on just, tracing paper and throw some color on there. And like your textures would be completely unique and super, super just out of you. So I would love for you guys to try it. All right, my friend Creepy Baby. Bobby Sobby. He's the star of a whole like graphic novel series called Creepy Baby Taxi. And last but not least, and that was done with the black fiber optics. It's super my heart, my favorite tool for sure. All right. All right, I have one more thing to show you. I was going to show you some of the videos, but we're kind of running out of a little time tonight, so I'm gonna cut this short. But I will show you this. So I have a light painting page, and all of these are tutorials, um, inspirations like how to do angel wings down there. Let's see if we can find one here. Shut up. Yeah, it won't let me skip it. Sorry. There we go. All right. So, step by step, piece by piece, on how the whole thing works together. I've showed you everybody like in graphic detail how to put this little thing together on the flashlight. And here, we'll do one. Let's see. Can you hear me? Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm using a strobe to freeze me. And then the shutter's still open, and that strobe thing is what makes the individual feathers. Super easy. Yeah, and I have it behind me so that you can hide it, right? There we go. So pretty fun. All right. So the last thing I have for you on this is, some people have full cameras. What you want is a camera that you can um, that has a shutter setting on the back that is either like a really super long exposure, like 30 seconds, or goes into a time setting, which I have on my camera. And you can just hit the shutter, and the shutter will stay open as long as you want. If you don't have that, usually has a super long exposure scenario on it, like 30 seconds, 25 seconds. And that's usually plenty of time to get in and make some stuff. Plus, having to work within a time constraint gets you kind of like focused on what you're doing too. Um, yeah. So the last thing I wanted to share with you guys, if you only have an iPhone, here is this link for this guy that shows you how to actually do light painting with your iPhone. It's super cool. I haven't tried it yet. I just went looking for this today for some options. There you go. Really, really fun. Um, so can't encourage you enough. And I hope you'll dive in and show me something. You guys do some light paintings. I will put them on the show. Totally, 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 totally put them on the show. Yeah. Okay. Let's get down to some energy business. And we're going to do a ride down to blank space, a little energy ocean cleanse, and then we'll do some readings, some live readings. All right, if you haven't been to the show before, um, we're going to do a little go around. We're going to cleanse out the room. When you hear the clang, um, blast out your energy out to the edges of your room and just spread white light through the entire environment. Just make it all pristine and crackly and delightful. Yeah. With the beautiful, radiant light of the source, I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. With the radiant light of the source, I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. With the radiant light of the source, I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. We come together tonight joyously to create our sacred space, our circle of safety, sanctuary, and light. We ask that the angels be with us this evening, our guides and allies as well. We ask that they share their knowledge, their wisdom, and their love of the source. And we ask that we have eyes to see, ears to hear, and the wisdom to understand. And with absolute gratitude for all of it, the good, the bad, especially the ugly, absolute, infinite, unconditional love, and our wish for bliss to the source, we open our circle. All right, let's take a ride down to blank space. Cayenne, like I just got drawn to you. Absolutely. I've got you. All right, we're going to ride down to blank space. And at the beginning of it, I'll start on the exhale. First line I usually use is the chaos and the static and noise of the world fades into the distance. I really want you to put some energy towards imagining like being in the middle of Times Square. There's buses, there's noise, there's people, there's static, there's sounds, there's and when we sink down, I want you just to like focus on the light and turning everything off and literally feel like you're leaving that place and it's just fading away. All right. Here we go. We're gonna do 3. We'll inhale, use your solar plexus, take it in through the nose, draw bright, golden, warm, healing source energy. Let that come through your nose and just infuse your whole body and spill out into your light body and brighten everything up. All right, here we go. Inhale. In through your nose, use your solar plexus. Really fill it up. When you think you're full, add some more. And release. The noise, the sound, the chaos of the world fading into the distance. No mind. No thoughts. Deeper, deeper silence. And inhale, bright golden energy. Fill it up to the max. And release, sinking deeper into the blissful silence. No future, no past. Deeper, deeper silence. All right, inhale, make it count, really stretch. Bright gold. And release, turning off, coming to stillness. Silence. We're going to hold for 30 seconds. $15. And 30. Take a nice deep breath. Stay in that blank space. I want you to imagine yourself on the energetic ocean, bright gold, beautiful, calm. It's not water, it's energy. You're just lifted on the surface in your light body. You can see all the electrical connections and flows happening in your body and around your body. We're going to do a 4-4-4 box breathing. We're going to do 4 of them. We're going to do an inhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to count 1, 2, and say the word exhale. That word will count for 2 counts. Hold your breath through that word and don't start releasing until I start the countdown for the exhale. Okay? Same thing on the inhale at the bottom. And when you do this, I want you to, on the inhale, I want you to draw energy. Not just, no, pull it in. What I really want for you to do, we haven't done this before, but this is really fun. Imagine that you're drawing a wave, like an actual wave of energy. Oh, and let it just wash over you. Just fill you to the brim. I'm not making noises. I like this one. Okay, and then on the exhale, I want you to release any energy that doesn't serve you, is worn, needs replacing, negative emotions, negative energy of any kind. Let that filter back into the ocean, and we're just going to start a cycle where we're going to infuse ourselves with bright new energy and just release anything that doesn't belong to us anymore. All right, here we go. Draw really hard and pull that wave over the top of you. I want to hear some squealing out there. All right, here we go. Draw. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Exhale. Push. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Inhale. Draw. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Exhale. Any emotional goo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Inhale. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and rest. Take a nice deep breath. So the more clarity and detail, the more you make that image real of you being there, you're creating a place, a frequency that you really can go to all the time. The energy ocean will bring you back to life more than I can even begin to possibly tell you. All right, man. Yep, I'm running out of time again. Lynn Jono, hey, how are you? Okay. All right. All right, Arnie. This one's for you. Arnie, focus. We'll take a second to really connect. Arnie, breathe with me 3 times, okay? In There we go. Words of wisdom from my friend Arnie Layden. Words of wisdom from my friend Arnie Layden. Words of wisdom from my friend Arnie Layden. All right. Actually insisted. Oh, hey, wait. Let me get the readings up here. Bear with me just 1 second. And it happens. The first one happens to be that one, number one, the Angel of Will and New Beginnings. But they also added another one, number 16, the Angel of Loyalty. And like I asked before, usually like we couldn't really hook it up last week. Usually when those things roll by, they just roll by. But they sort of insisted this week too. So that's kind of a rare thing. This whole thing's been sort of rare for me. So anyway, I guess these are important for you in some way, shape, or form. And here we go. An important contract, transaction, or letter is indicated. You have jumped through all the hoops. Your foundation is solid. You are ambitious and a visionary thinker, willing to take the lead, hoping to make things better. Experience the fire and creative power of your emotions. You are skilled and can manifest your ideas into reality. Face it, sometimes you get bored. Your successes have walled you in, and your world appears minuscule. Man, yeah, appears. um, your love of battle and challenge has left no satisfaction for your actual accomplishments after the fight has been won. You will have all the fire you need to take new paths. Here you are with the world in your hands. Use the creative fire to shape it to your passion. All right, that was number one. That's a very intense card, man. That's Sarah. That's yeah, that's a seraphim. All right. You have chosen to internalize the anger and resentment hidden within yourself. You are becoming rigid. Narrow mindedness is a defense response to the fears and insecurities you have experienced. Anger turns in on itself, soon becomes depression, which leads to self doubt and shame. Until the anger is released and true changes are made, your feelings remain buried. Choose to believe with all your heart, my brother. Choose to believe that tomorrow holds bright new promise and hope. Be ready, be patient, and believe that you have already won. Trust that good news is coming. Be patient and believe in the blessings that are already on the way. Do not rush anything now. Don't start anything until the 20th of March. Do not rush anything now. Allow your tool to be your faith and trust in God's power to turn your situation around. Draw from His energy for guidance and support as you work through your self doubts. Yeah. Get out of that brain of yours. You drive yourself crazy. All right. Kayana. Let's see. What have we got here? First heavenly birthday last week. Okay, man. Subject near and dear to my soul. All right, what I need you to do, Kayana, take a nice couple of deep breaths and get really focused. Try to clear out anything except thinking about your mom. If there's something specific, you can beam me that, but kind of just feels like you're looking for a general right now. Words of wisdom are always good. Just focus really hard. Words of wisdom from my friend Kayama. Words of wisdom from my friend Kayama. Words of wisdom from my friend Kayama. They've been dealing out the tough truth today, so yeah. All right, here we go. All right, number 12, the angel of refuge and shelter. Dissatisfaction. It's the prison that locks you in an unsatisfying lifestyle, job, or relationship. Face the fear that says you'll fail and all your efforts will be for nothing. That's only in your head. When you have planted the seed and completed the work, sometimes you have to wait. Wait for the fruit to grow and ripen when it's ready. Plan your crops, sow the seeds most likely to grow with no expectation. Cultivate patience. Wow, your mom's okay. Refrain from dwelling on your doubt and fear while you wait. Resist the call of depression when things are slow. Don't worry about finances. Learn from the lesson being presented and understand when your focus is feeling sad and uh, for yourself, and the work cannot continue. Your own impatience can ruin everything. Measure your decisions now before you move ahead. Be objective and ask yourself, is this what I really want? Maintain balance on all levels. Be aware of others and not inflict hurt on anyone during this time of change. Okay, that was for you from your mom. Like she was butting in so hard, man. I could hardly like read the reading. But I just pulled a tarot card, and this is for you and how you're feeling about your mom. Nobody has more empathy for losing someone and being in that grief mode than me. And I would just strongly encourage you. The way I've found, like I've lost so many people, but through that, I've learned that you're not powerless and you have energy, your light, your love, your ability to wish for the involvement of your loved one and to push them farther and farther into the light with all your energy and help rather than feeling like I would just get so sad for myself. I'll never see them again. And like that hurt was just so like the hand wrapped around your heart, man, your whole chest. You can't even breathe. But that not only is not good for you, that's not good for them either. That's kind of like a tether that you throw out and hang on. And they want to stick around and help peel that. But the unconditional love thing, at least for me, this is where I've come to on this. The unconditional love thing for that is to send them every bit of unconditional love you have every good memory, every time you loved them and told them, every time that you did something and laughed together, send all of that. And it'll be like rocket fuel to the true light, to the true light, to the true light, past all the other stuff. True light. Anyway, I send you love, and it gets it gets better in really strange ways. All right, let's see here. Oh, I'm sorry. I read the next one. It says, "Does she have any guidance for me? I have made the right decision." Yes, she did. Okay, she's been in spirit. Yes. Okay. Let's see. You're welcome, Kiana. And man, she's still hanging out. She loves you very, 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 very much. Loves you. Like, loves you. Yeah. All right. This one is for Rose Sullivan. All right, Rose. Yeah, we're doing okay. Oh, yeah, I'm already on you. All right, concentrate really hard. 3 nice breaths. Concentrate, my darling. Words of wisdom for my friend Rose. Wow, this name comes up a lot right at the moment. Words of wisdom for my good friend Rose. Words of wisdom for my good friend Rose. Cool one. Angel of Longevity, number 20. Well, yeah, there we go. Okay. Big bold letters. Control your emotions. You let your empathy run away with you sometimes, and until you're lost in each other's feelings. You forget whose feelings are whose. You want to take on healing everyone you meet. Conflicts and intense misunderstandings throw your relationships out of order. Wow. Okay. Your ego demands that it is right and digs in, making you brittle and inflexible. If you are too possessive or too demanding in a relationship, your own pride will destroy love. The protection of your ego is an illusion and not worth the price you will have to pay. True that. Everything cannot be perfect all the time, and an all or nothing attitude will deprive you of what you need. Try not to repress your emotions, but learn to experience and let them flow through you. Learn to emotionally resurrect and recharge yourself. You are capable of experiencing great joy even in dark times. Let that light shine, girl. Let that light just glow. Okay, here, hold on. Okay, I pulled the Fool. The Fool is the very first card in the tarot deck, and the Fool represents someone who's like wrapped up where they are. They're off on a grand journey, off over the horizon where the sun is shining. And even though like they have no idea where the actual destination is, they know with faith everything's going to be really cool. They're going to learn, they're going to grow, they're going to experience life and and become the biggest version of themselves they can be. And it's a really cool card on setting out on a journey. And yeah, anyway, I hope that helps. Yeah, yeah. You know that green thing? I just can't help it. I'm like I've got the fastest connection. Like when I get really jacked up, I screw my like system up. Sorry about that. Fool is not scared of the edge. The fool invites the edge, walks right along the edge because he knows it's all going to be good. He knows it's all going to be good. The world's out there in all of its crazy ways, but you're going to be good, man. You're part of the source. You're going to be good. The journey is the journey. Savor every step, right? Rose, you're very, very, very welcome. Okay, let me go back and see. I might have time for one more. All right, let's see. All right, this one is for my friend, the blonde guy. Where's the wisdom for my friend, the blonde guy? Where's the wisdom for my friend, the blonde guy? Where's the wisdom for my friend, the blonde guy? I know you're laughing. All right, let's see here. Number 46, the angel of perceiver and revealer. Oh, hang on. Can you accept an apology? Can you truly forgive and let go? Love with the trust and receptivity of a child, and out of this pleasurable experience, you will be regenerated and renewed. You will emanate that pleasure, and that feeling will be extended to everyone around you. Delays are only a test of your strength and will. Be proactive, not reactive. Just be quiet, still, and center yourself within. When highly anticipated plans are delayed, see it as an opportunity. Perfect time to practice. That it will be better next time. Accept the changes. You have been in a downward road for a little while. Refocus, move towards action. The future is shining brightly. You are living through the breakdown of a relationship which was based on one person protecting or teaching the other. Let go. Experience your grief to heal. Cry, and your light will shine again. Liberate your emotions, and you will liberate your soul. And the tarot card that goes with this is the Six of Cups. So awesome. All right. Let's see. Anyone else? Okay, that looks like us tonight. All right. Well, I hope you guys really dug the light painting thing, and I hope a couple of you out there get inspired to go do that. Practice the um, eye over myself. Laugh so much. I don't quite understand that one. Mm. Not sure what you mean by that. Oh, Kira, you want me to pull a card for you? Ah, okay. Oh yeah, absolutely, Brandy. All right, this will be the last one for tonight, and we're gonna wrap it up. Get ready for uh, the Love Queen, Queen of Hearts, Jennifer Rose herself for the Love Show. All right, Brandy, take a really deep breath, super deep breath. Words of wisdom from my friend Brandy. Words of wisdom from my friend Brandy. Words of wisdom from my friend Brandy. Ah, number 50, the angel of eloquence. Yeah, hang on there. We're almost there. Okay. You'd like to run off on tangents and new input. Stay focused and concentrated on the task in hand. Keep hold of your perspective and your self confidence now. Write your new ideas down for later exploration. You're on a wave right now, right? And stay riveted to the task in front of you. Your fear could create insecure feelings and cause you to procrastinate. Communicate directly and clearly. Quarreling solves nothing, and any force or pressure could ruin all your plans. When things are not working for you, take stock of the situation. Even a slight adjustment can and will change everything. Here are the problems of extremes. A major temptation is to move too fast. To try is like letting a rubber band be drawn tighter and tighter as the lead end moves on. Eventually, the tail end must be let loose and will spring forward to join the lead in one great snap to make up for lost time. The backlash can smart. All right. Oh man, Kara, I'm sorry to hear. Ooh. All right, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. As always, my infinite thanks to Kelly Brickle and the Sacred Spiral crew. Stick around for Jennifer afterwards if you're interested in either the Angel deck or the Tarot deck, um, or a whole list of services I've just added last week. Um, Readings, sound baths, all kinds of stuff, meditations. You can check me out at wizardofod.com. And please hit that like and subscribe and leave a comment down below if you would. Very grateful for all of you guys, and look forward to seeing you next week. Kim, we got to get together. Let's communicate tomorrow. And Evelyn, stay out of trouble, girlfriend. I'm glad you enjoyed, Francis. Awesome. All right, so here we go. We joyously come to the end of our gathering and send everyone on their happy way. We thank the angels, our guides and allies, for their wisdom and love of the source. With absolute gratitude for it all, infinite unconditional love, and our wish for bliss to the source. Until next time, we close our circle. Be in the light.